I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. The push is on once again to pass legislation that would allow wine to be sold in grocery stores throughout New York State. Supporters say the bill would create jobs, boost sales tax revenues, and would also allow liquor stores to sell their merchandise directly to restaurants. But don't try to sell those arguments to the Alonzos. The couple own Anton's Wine and Liquor Store in the town of Wallkill. They say changing the current playing field would force many liquor store owners out of business.
Approximately 40 to 50% of my business is the wine business. We would lose a substantial revenue stream. It would also curtail my ability to provide a valuable service to the community of Middletown, as well as putting the people of the community at risk because the incidence of drunk driving has proven to raise in other areas where they have passed wine and liquor sales in supermarkets. It's a good idea for corporate America, for the community at large, and the small businessmen who helps form that community's fabric. It would be a very bad idea, and the consumer would be the loser in the long run.
Alonzo also believes having wine available in supermarkets would make it tougher to keep it out of the hands of minors. 35 states currently allow wine sales in grocery stores. The question could come up for a vote before the current legislative session ends in late June. Should changes be made in how our public school teachers are evaluated? 2010 State Teacher of the Year Deborah Calvino from Valley Central is among those who aren't happy with a proposal that would fast-track the process of replacing teachers that have been judged to be poor performing. The changes could mean teacher evaluations are done in 30 to 40 days instead of 105 days and are in response to complaints about the slowness and high cost involved in weeding out teachers who turn out to be incompetent. Opponents say the proposed changes put too much emphasis on test scores. Reporter Megan Murphy will have a full story on the debate in the Times-Herald Record. Suni Sullivan will soon be in the market for a new president. Mamie Howard Galladay has announced that she'll be leaving the Loch Sheldrake campus when her current contract expires in August of 2012. Dr. Galladay has been SUNY Sullivan president since 1998. The college will be celebrating its 50th anniversary beginning next year. Well, last Saturday morning turned out to be a good time to take a bike ride, and more than 200 cyclists were pedaling for a purpose in the Goshen area. This group was tackling a 62-mile course, and they were taking part in the second annual Spirited Spokes Bike Tour, an event designed to raise awareness and badly needed funding for 7 Catholic schools in Orange County.
We do not get the support that we should from the state, so any money that we raise for ourselves to help support our schools. So it's not only financial support, but it is support amongst ourselves within the Catholic community. Public school budgets are getting cut and we don't get any funding, so everything that we do raise for our school, we need to run our schools.
The Spirited Spokes Tour took cyclists over miles of Orange County countryside. Last year's ride raised about $20,000 through sponsors, registration fees, and pledges. Organizers were hoping to hit that figure again this year, with the money to then be split between the 7 local Catholic schools. 53 minutes, that is how long it took to sell out all 15,000 tickets for the Elton John concert to be held later this summer at Bethel Woods. The venue's chief operating officer said the speedy ticket sales broke a Bethel Woods record. But the quick sellout didn't sit well with those who were waiting in line at the ticket booth, only to find out there were no longer any tickets to be had for the September 3rd event. And the folks at the State Bridge Authority are keeping track of more than just traffic these days. They're also keeping an eye on the 3 peregrine falcon chicks that have been hatched in a nest on bridge work at the Mid-Hudson Bridge. The chicks bring to 41 the number of falcons that have hatched in a nesting box on the bridge over the past 15 years.
Typically put on the right foot of the bird. It doesn't hurt the bird, and it will stay on for a lifetime. We've had falcons in the wild that we're aware of in New York State that have lived as long as 20 years. We had a male down at the New York Presbyterian Hospital in Manhattan that lived for 20 years until he was replaced.
Peregrine falcons are on the endangered species list. The State Bridge Authority has nesting boxes on all 5 of its Hudson River bridges. They were installed more than 20 years ago as part of the effort to reestablish the peregrine falcon in the Hudson Valley region. The chance of more rain could keep us from totally drying out in the days ahead. Tomorrow should be nice though, with a mostly sunny sky. The highs will be up around 80 degrees. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a chance of a passing thunderstorm. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Keep clicking back here at Record Online to stay on top of breaking news and get a handle on what's happening locally and worldwide by picking up tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.